Welcome to Asteroid Defense Part 2. This one's going to be programming the Earth and maybe the rocket. Haven't decided yet or how far we're going to get. So let's go ahead and go over to the Earth, and it should be blank. Let's go ahead and get started. Just so you know, on the Earth we already have some costumes set up right here. Okay, that's some fantastic art I drew with Scratch. That is the best Earth I could draw with Scratch. So I'm either really bad artist or a very unique artist. Okay, so with Earth, what we want to do is we want to make sure it goes to the center position all the time. So let's go ahead and make sure that happens by telling it to go to XY values of 0, 0. And we're going to tell it to hide at the very beginning. One reason we do this is if we want a title screen or something, the Earth will automatically be hidden. And, you know, it just kind of helps with layering issues. Next, we want to, let's see, mainly with the Earth, what we'll be doing is just making it spin around or kind of change the way it looks if it gets hit by something. We're going to need to create a broadcast message. So when I receive a message, and we're going to call this one, let's call this one Earth Spin. And we're going to go ahead and go to switch a costume. So we want to switch the costume to the, oh no, we don't want it blown up. We just want regular Earth right now. We're going to tell it to show when that happens. So we click on play. That's what we should have right there. Okay. Next, we want to go ahead and get a repeat block and put it right there. And we're going to keep repeating the slow grinding turn of the Earth as long as the Earth's energy is less than 1. Or no, excuse me, we're going to repeat until the Earth's energy is less than 1. So once the Earth is out of energy, then, you know, this code will stop allowing it to turn, and we're going to turn it 1 degrees. I'm not sure which direction it would turn if I was at this point in view in outer space, because if you look at the Earth, you can't really tell if it's going any which direction. Next, we want to get a controls weight block. We're doing this so that way the animation doesn't get so fast that the user can't see it take place. Inside this repeat until, we want to put an if statement, because what we're going to do is we're going to look to see if it's touching one of the asteroids. So we'll say if it's, whoa. Okay, we didn't mean to do that. Alright, so that was probably pretty crazy right there. So you should have an if block right here with 2 OR blocks right there inside the middle. And we're going to check to see if it's touching the asteroids. We've got asteroid 1, asteroid 2, and asteroid 3. There's actually some pretty sophisticated ways to put all this stuff inside Scratch where we don't have to keep repeating these, but it gets a little beyond our desired skill range at this point in time. But just so you know, there's more efficient ways to do this, and maybe if we have some time I'll show you what those look like. Okay, so right here we're saying if it touches one of these asteroids, asteroid 1, 2, and 3, I named these myself, we're going to send a message out that says the Earth is hit. So let's go ahead and get a broadcast message, and I don't think we made one. Nope. So let's go ahead and type in Earth hit. Okay. And we also want to tell the program to wait 1 second. Okay, that allows everything to get caught up when we start sending messages out. So since the Earth is going to be spinning, if I click on the green flag tool, it should be spinning around with some music playing. Let's go ahead and program what happens when the Earth is hit. So let's go get a hat block. We'll say when the Earth is hit, we're going to tell it to go to its next costume. Where is it? There is next costume. Put that right there. Then we want to change the Earth energy by, let's say, a negative value, a negative 25. We're picking negative 25 just to speed up the process here. We don't want this to sit there and run all day while we're just figuring things out. And we want to repeat this piece of code inside here, which will have some, you know, shaking animation. We're going to repeat this 3 times just to make it look like it shakes really cool. And I'm going to go ahead and get a weight block. I'm going to put in 0.001 just to make sure it's really fast. In my motion, I'm going to get a go to block, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to go to 5, 5, put that right there. Right click, duplicate, Whoops, I put in just negative. I meant -5. There we are. And let's go ahead and duplicate that. And we'll put in 0. Okay, that should give it some shaking. You can put random numbers in here as well. I'm just doing this because, well, you know, that's what it does. If I want to see how this works, I double click on it, and you can see it makes that shaking motion. Next, we want to say if, all right, if the Earth energy is less than 1, okay, we're just going to double check this. If Earth energy is less than 1, I'm just making sure there's, yep, see there's spaces in there. You gotta watch out for scratch. It puts spaces in these things sometimes. Next, so if Earth energy is less than 1, we're going to broadcast a message called, excuse me, Earth destroyed. And we have not made that yet, so let's go ahead and make that. Earth destroyed. Click on OK, and we want to go to control. We're going to say stop this script. So this way this script will stop completely. That way it won't run anymore. Technically it wouldn't run anyways even if we got to the end. However, it's good to know that we have stopped the entire script by putting this right here. Okay, this may not serve a complete purpose in this program. However, it's good to see this being used so that way you can duplicate it in the future. Events. All right, we want to say also if the Earth is hit, we're going to outsource and use another function here that happens with some parallelism with this function. And we're going to go ahead and manipulate our sounds. We're going to, I said instruments on here. I'm not quite sure why I did that, but we'll go ahead and repeat it. So I'm going to set the instrument 19. If you look on the list here, there's different instruments. That is a vibraphone, so it makes kind of a unique sound. And we want to play, let's see, where is it? Oh, and pick one of these instruments. I'm going to say the tambourine, which I don't know if that has to do with the Earth. We'll say it for 5. So it should make a little ticking sound when it happens. Okay, that's just there for aesthetic purposes. Next, we want to program what happens when the Earth is destroyed. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this hat block, and we want to say when the Earth is destroyed, we're going to repeat a shaking type motion, and I'm going to get a new one so you don't get too confused. So repeat, make that one 3 times, then we'll get a go to block, and we want to make this one 3 and 1. Okay, these are just preferences. I'm going to duplicate so I don't have to go dig around everywhere trying to find this stuff. And we're going to say -1 and let's say -3. Duplicate. And then from there, let's make it 0, 0. All right, this will just give it a little shaking motion. Next, we want to go to events, and we want to set another hat block up to Earth destroyed. And here's where we can, let's do what's the word I'm looking for? We're going to do some very meticulous programming that's going to be kind of stressful because we have to repeat so many different actions. But it's good to see this because if you do it the hard way, when you do it the easy way, you'll have a lot more appreciation for it. So we have 6 destroyed costumes. You come over here, you can see which ones they are. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this 6 times through the code, or excuse me, we're going to change it to all 6 costumes with this little series of functions here. So I'm going to choose duplicate. We got destroyed 1. We'll choose destroyed 2. Duplicate. Put destroyed 3. Duplicate. Destroyed 4. Duplicate. And we got 5. And last but not least, we have number 6. And we're going to tell the program to wait 3 seconds. Again, this is kind of a timing for preference to make sure everything's caught up, and we're going to tell the whole program to stop all. So we'll go through the destruction sequence for the Earth, and once it's completely destroyed, that's when we'll actually go through and, you know, change the way it looks. If I click on this, and oh, it already does that. So if I click on play, it's the normal Earth. But I'm going to go ahead and click on this one so that way you can see what it looks like. Okay, and there it is. It ends. Not super fantastic, but super interesting. Now we're going to go ahead and, I don't know, can't decide if we want to clean this up or not. You know what, let me pause the video real quick, and I'll put together a quick little piece of code that just shows you how to do this. You know what, I'm not going to pause. I'm just going to do it here on the fly. I'm going to make it happen. So I'm going to repeat. I got 6. I'm going to repeat 6 times. And I want to create a variable name. Let's call it temp. Okay. I'm going to set temp to 1. By the way, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of experimenting here. So I'm going to set temp to 1. Pull that off. Get that over there. Set temp to 1. And I'll repeat this. And let's get an operator, and we're going to get a join. We're going to do something fancy here called concatenation. I got destroyed 1, but I'm going to make sure I got the right variable spelling. So I'm going to come over here and copy that variable name from the costume. Come back over here. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to get rid of that number 1 right there. And instead, I'm going to put in my value called temp. Okay? And I'm going to put that right there. So we're going to tell it to switch to costume, destroyed, concatenate with the variable temp, and we're going to go ahead and change temp by 1 each time that it goes through. So that should be interesting, right? And let's go ahead and let's see what this looks like. By the way, I'm just guessing to see if this works. So let's run it again. And I'm going to double click on this code, and boom, there it is. Destroyed it, and we eliminated a lot of extra lines of code here of not having to go through and keep putting all these multiple costumes, because we're able to use this code where it repeats 6 times, and it concatenates the word destroyed with this variable temp, and it'll switch through the different costumes because the computer sees it as destroyed 1, destroyed 2, destroyed 3, and 4, and 5, and so on. Okay, this will come in handy when we get some super long programs. I'm going to leave both these up so you just have them on the screen and you're able to check them out. Okay, I think that is the Earth right there. Can't think of anything else that we need to put. Let me check the time real quick and see if we can do another sprite. Alright, I just checked out the time on this, and we're hitting close to 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for this part 2 video, programming the Earth. We're going to do the rocket, and we'll probably be able to finish the rest of the program because the code will speed up, and we won't play around with any more fancy little tricks right here. But we should, because that's a lot of fun too. Alright, anyhow, thanks for watching. I'm Ryan, and we'll see you in the next video.